Hi, my name is Yazmin Valdez.
Hello, my name is Federica Bocca.
Hi, my name is Barnabas Fluck.
And today we're going to be talking about how social media influences consumers. So, to start off, social media has impacted today's society in many different ways, and one of them, especially, being through advertisements. Before our generation became so reliant on social media, advertisements were usually shared through things like TV commercials or newspapers, magazines, things like that. But nowadays, these huge companies had to kind of adapt their ways of marketing to adapt to how our generation has changed. And an example of that is streaming services have become more popular. So many people in our age range don't even really see commercials anymore, which is a reason why many companies had to reach their audiences through social media, for example.
I agree with that. I found that shoppers were 29% more likely to purchase on the same day that they use social media to assist them in their shopping endeavors. So that's a pretty decent percentage of people who just find a product online and just click on it and literally buy. Like on TikTok or even just Instagram, they do that, which is crazy.
Yeah, I found another statistics, which is the person who are aged under 30, like 70% of them uses Instagram every day. And this is a huge potential for companies to advertise their products and services, I think.
That is true.
Yeah, I feel like our generation in specific is really only influenced now to buy products if it is portrayed to us through social media or social media influencers. And I feel like in my life personally, I see this with myself too. Having social media influencers advertise something rather than like a commercial or just a post you see online kind of makes it more personal in a way. So I feel like they've done a good job with becoming more personal and involved in our generation.
Totally agree. And I think if, for example, an influencer want to sell us something, a service or a product, is like more. I think personally, I found it more reliable than for a commercial what I saw in the television or something.
That is true.
Like
Yeah.
more willing to buy that instead of like look up after it or look for it or something.
Yeah. I remember when I was a kid, I would look up at ads on the TV, and they were like very like bright and lousy advertisements. I don't know if you guys had the same experience, but like with Barbies, I don't know, for example. And I actually remember not buying any of the products that they would advertise, and now I just go on TikTok and just literally like find a product, like literally foundation. They're not even sponsoring the product. They're just like, oh my god, this foundation is so cool, and then I just go buy it or something, you know?
Yeah, I agree. And I also feel like with social media advertising, companies are kind of able to like target the exact market that they're going for. If you know what I mean, I feel like on commercials, it's kind of like you're advertising to a wider audience. So it's kind
Yeah.
of hard for people to
Yeah.
really buy the product. But social media, when I see ads, it's usually like things that I exactly want or things that I've been talking about, like with my friends, for example. So I feel like there's like an 80% chance I'm going to buy something if I see it on like TikTok or something, for example, over if I were to see it like on a commercial.
Yeah, I think the time that we spend on our phones is like we produce a lot of data for these companies, and they can target the ads really well to use these data, and like that's why we get so many like really good advertisement for like specifically for us.
And the fact that I feel like a lot of people our age also have they're kind of fans to certain influencers, that also kind of works to the company's advantages, because even if maybe we don't even need the product or it doesn't really suit us, we might still buy it just because we like support that person who's promoting it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have friends that are influencers, and I mean they have a pretty decent following on TikTok, but it's kind of interesting to see how also they affect the consumers in buying stuff. Most of the time, they're not even like, they don't even know the product before they actually try it, when companies actually like reach out to them and are like, can you like obviously review this product? And I think that's really interesting, because then also the influencers just see the product themselves just then, you know, they don't even know the product before.
Yeah, usually they just get a link and to share this link, and if somebody buys through this link, you can get some money after it.
Exactly, yeah. But they also go through a lot of problems with companies. Like whatever we see obviously on their page is not what actually goes through, and sometimes there's like a money issue because they actually don't specify what they want to promote, which is really annoying. It could be really annoying.
Also, when it comes to like certain companies choosing to advertise through social media, it also depends on what market, I guess, they're trying to target in specific. So obviously social media might not be the best platform for every company to use, but like if a company was trying to target, for example, I would say like 15 to 50-year-olds, I would say that they're going to target their audience the best probably through social media.
Yeah. And I think social media is really good for impulse shopping. Like we are the generation that like who saw an ad and like it's really like they can buy it immediately. That's why they like usually try to make the ads like, and after the ads they like, make the products as accessible to buy and easier to like not spend too much time on their website, just buy the product and that's it. So that's how they, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now Instagram, for example, like I think they have a specific tab where you can just shop from companies' products that they post on Instagram, which is like really cool. And I feel like a lot of social media platforms are going to start doing that, where they kind of have like a shopping section, which is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
But I feel like it also depends on the age, because as for me, like my parents don't have TikTok. So obviously their way of shopping is way different. It obviously changes in generations. Like my mom actually got upset at me because I didn't go to the mall to shop. And that's just something I don't necessarily do anymore. Like we don't do anymore. And it was just interesting because she's like, oh, you should actually like go to the mall and make them have money, not the internet. Like not, and it was just an interesting point of view, you know?
Yeah. But at the other hand, I think during the quarantine, most of the people started shopping online and they got familiar with it. So they're like more and more people who just spend money on the internet, like who before just didn't want to because they don't know how it works. But now they just do it because they know it's easy and it's reliable. And so.
Yeah, I honestly feel like COVID definitely has completely changed the way companies have to market to consumers, and even the way like us as consumers, the way we view companies on social media and the way we buy, which was really interesting too.
Yeah, that was a big change, definitely in the whole world.
I think influencers especially, they're trying to sell us the product in like in a good environment. Like for example, they like traveling to the Maldives and they promote the products there to like get the feeling that if you use this product you can feel the same vibe to like swimming in the ocean. And I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how like social media marketing has become such a powerful thing that basically now people are making a living off of essentially promoting products online to us.
Yeah.
Which is really crazy that people now literally have careers off of us buying products that we see on social media.
What did you guys think about the movie? Like the famous
fake famous?
Yeah, being an influencer, like faking being
That's interesting, especially the both part. I guess I think for me it was really interesting that most of the influencers uses bots and fake
Props.
Perhaps, yeah, to like get involvement for the campaigns, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought it was really interesting too how like the one girl who basically was like getting messages from a whole bunch of companies to promote their products as soon as she started to gain followers. It was kind of like interesting how I feel like companies do their homework where like they try to find influencers, I guess, who would be perfect for promoting their specific product.
Yeah, it's based on what the influencer starts by doing. So if you make
Yeah.
funny videos, I feel like, I don't know, it's kind of hard to promote like couple content. you know?
Yeah. I honestly feel like that's really smart and kind of a better way of advertising than how it used to be, like how everything used to be on like commercials
Yeah.
and stuff. Because I feel like
Yeah.
honestly, companies are probably making a lot more money, and I feel like it's more efficient for them to advertise this way. I feel like it's more forward and yeah.
Yeah, and they can reach more people through social, through influencers than through television. With
Mm-hmm.
more efficient way to spend money on ad campaigns, I think.
Yeah, because if you think about it, the For You page is literally for you. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a lot of times where I literally will see an ad that is something that I would like, but I've never even talked about or have never even seen
yeah.
it anywhere, but I usually buy it because I feel like for example, my TikTok or my Instagram like knows who I am as a user on their platform, so I feel like they can cater a lot of things through like what I watch and like on there too.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. Even when you like look up things online, like on the internet, like the internet collects all that data to actually then put in other platforms like Instagram. Like if you look up like, I don't know, colorful dresses, then probably Instagram will give you an ad with colorful dresses. you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much for listening, and I hope you share same views.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Good
Thank
job.
you.